What's going on, Merle Davis? Appreciate your support. So we gonna get this started probably in the next hopefully 10 minutes. Trying to get some people up in here. If you guys know anybody like sport of boxing, I don't care where they from, if they from the East Coast, West Coast, UK, wherever, go ahead, you know what I'm saying, click the share button below. Send this link to them, have them come in here, we're gonna talk some boxing. We got a big topic on here, y'all see the topic, so you know what I'm saying. Y'all know anybody that like the sport of boxing, go ahead and send this link to their cell phone, their Facebook page, or wherever. Have them come on into this show right here, DCMiketv show. We're going to talk some boxing. Like I said, another 10 minutes. I'm going to try to get it started, depending on how many people I can get in here. So please, if y'all know anybody, whether they're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, send it to whoever, have them come in here and listen to the show. And I'm also, you know what I'm saying, answer y'all questions as well. So, you know what I mean? Wilder Spence. What's going on, everybody? Who we got up in here? Who we got up in here? What's good with everybody? Who we got up in here? We're going to wait like 10 more minutes and we're going to get the show started.
Hello?
What's up, Don? We're going to wait like 10 more minutes and we'll get the show started.
All right. Right now, for everybody to come in. Yeah, I'm co-host. I'm gonna ask some questions about boxing. I gotta chat with some of them. Some of them Hey yo, Mike, you know that I forgot that they fight tomorrow. Montana and Kenny. Montana and Kenny fight tomorrow.
Yep.
For a title. I totally forgot about that. I hate to say, Kenny my boy. I done known the amateurs. I done known Tanner is the amateurs, but I gotta go for Montana. I wouldn't be surprised if Montana because Kenny ain't strong enough to keep them off of him.
So y'all, we're gonna give it like 5 more minutes. I don't want to keep y'all waiting too much longer. Hopefully I can get some more people to come up in here. Like I said, y'all know anybody.
I owe you matter of fact, let me go ahead and post it now. Let me go ahead and post that now since I'm waiting.
You guys know anybody?
I should have posted the photo and all that stuff. I'm about to post it right now.
If you guys know anybody that likes sport of boxing, yo, click down below on the share button. Send us to their cell phone, Instagram, Twitter, to their direct Twitter, direct Instagram. Have them come on in here and we're going to talk some boxing. I'm going to also answer y'all questions at the end of it. So, you know what I mean? I'm going to give everybody a shout out, whoever in here, you know what I'm saying? Give you a shout out and answer your question as well. So, I want to thank everybody that came in here to show me some support. And to show me support, you know what I mean? From, you know what I'm saying, whenever, from the beginning, from last week, from last month, from months ago, you know what I'm saying? I want to thank everybody that came in here to support me. It's maybe 3 more minutes, y'all.
Yeah, man, I'm geeking. Let's get this thing going, man.
2 more minutes.
I might not be able to stay too long.
Alright, it's all good.
Alright. But you my boy, I owe you, so you always put me on, so I gotta make sure I don't miss my word.
It's all good. Yo, we're gonna give it about 1 more minute, y'all. 1 more minute, y'all. I got my co-host on the line with me, Don. JR, the Golden Boy. He's been my co-host for the last week's episode. Well, I think 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, a month ago.
I got my cousin with me right now. Can you do that? Can you say that one more time?
I got my co-host with me, y'all. JR, the Golden Boy. So we about to get this show started in the next 30 seconds, so y'all sit tight.
I appreciate that, brother.
All right, so we about to go ahead and get this jump started. Y'all see the title, man. Anthony Joshua. Pretty much. I don't know if you guys know. A couple days ago, Eddie Hearn from Matchroom Boxing held a press conference in New York City, basically a kickoff presser for Anthony Joshua taking on Povetkin. And pretty much, Eddie Hearn signed basically a bunch of fighters. He signed Jarrell Miller, Jesse Vargas. He signed a lot of people. And basically, like I said, it was a kickoff presser to start the Anthony Joshua and Povetkin fight, which is I believe in September at I think Wembley Stadium. So anyway, they were facing off, and they had Jesse Vargas and Jarrell Miller and Maurice Hooker and everybody basically on the sideline to have Joshua and Povetkin to face off. So as they're facing off, I don't know I'm pretty sure you guys seen it. Basically Jarrell Miller basically starts basically talking smack, talking shit to Anthony Joshua, like you're a punk, you're a pussy, and you can't see me and you can't beat me. Basically, trying to get a round up. So like I said, he just got signed to Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing, and
the presser. He said something about his mama, yo.
Yeah. So at Jarrell Miller, he said a lot of stuff basically to get under Anthony Joshua's skin. I think it kind of did get under the skin, but he basically got a reaction I think that he was looking for in Anthony Joshua, and it looked like Anthony Joshua was a little bit shook up, but I don't think Anthony Joshua was afraid of Jarrell Miller. I believe he just got caught off guard, so I don't think he's used to fighters interrupting his face-off, interrupting his press conferences. So Don, what do you think of the face-off, the press conference? What do you think of Jarrell Miller's crashing the face-off of him, Joshua and Povetkin?
Big Baby gonna be him. Brooklyn guys, they come to fight. So, and I think Big Baby wants his shot. He wants to fight. He wants that fight bad. But in my opinion, he's gonna get destroyed against anybody in the top 10. In my opinion, I'm sorry. I like Big Baby. He has a lot of charisma and all that, but AJ will smash him off. Big Country, not big. I remember from the amateurs, so I still call him Big Country. But Bomber will destroy him. Povetkin would destroy him, in my opinion, because he ain't got the stamina for it. Of course, Povetkin, we all know Povetkin can't pass not one urine or blood test outside of Russia. He blew his title shot more than one. After winning a title, this fight, Povetkin is strong, but I wouldn't be surprised if he winds up failing this as well. But in my personal opinion, Big Baby, David Sparks, he from and Big Baby, they from that camp. They from that Brownsville part of Brooklyn, man. Them dudes don't care. Mm-hmm. Look at how many champions that came up from from just that area in Brownsville. Forget about all the Brooklyn, just Brownsville alone. So he got a heart to the fullest.
1 second, y'all. Hello? Sorry about that. Can you repeat that? I lost the signal.
How you lose signal, bro? I was on a roll. I don't appreciate that. That hurts my feelings.
Sorry about that.
Okay? That hurts my feelings.
Can you continue your statement, please, sir? Yeah, you here?
Hello?
Yeah.
You told me to finish the statement?
Yeah.
Big Baby and nothing about Big Baby is for show. None of that is for show. But he will be around for a while, just like Chris Arreola. He'll be around for a while, but he's not going to really become champion unless someone he becomes a vacant guy and then he, gets in the mix that way. Right. He gets a vacant guy, they put him in a guy in the low 15, something like that. But besides that, he's not winning no title. I'm sorry. I believe Shannon Briggs can be to this day. So, and Shannon Briggs is 45. I believe that he can still beat him. So he could beat Jarrell in a lot and handle it. So I just don't believe that. I'm sorry.
Right. So I mean, I don't know. In my opinion, I agree with what you just said. Jarrell has, a lot of charisma, a lot of trash talking, but I just don't agree with these fighters coming in over 250 pounds. He damn near 300 pounds. Like,
Yeah.
I don't agree with this coming in being fat, and I just don't agree with that to begin with. And and just by the way he fights, I mean his style. I don't think Jarrell Miller will last. A long time in heavyweight division, especially being a top tier fight. I don't think he lasts that long as far as his style is concerned. Him coming in fat and 300 pounds, and I don't know. I just don't agree with that being fat and trying to be the biggest guy out there. And I don't know. I don't understand it. So I do agree with what you said that I don't think he lasts. He beats a lot of guys in the top 10, especially the champions. I do believe Shannon Briggs can't give him a go. Jarrell, who he fight? Johan Duhaupas in his last fight, a guy that Wilder 4 years ago and beat him. He beat him by unanimous. He beat Gerald Washington, Donovan
So
Dennis, like a lot of guys we never even heard of. But I think his biggest name was probably Duhaupas and probably Gerald Washington. But like I said, I don't know. Like the way he fights, I don't think he's not going to be that good. Especially the guys he's
and
been fighting. I mean, Duhaupas, like I
and
said.
but also let's preference our show with that. Like I should say your show, but let's preference our comments on your show with about that. We ain't trying to downplay nobody. Everybody can fight,
Mm.
but there's levels in this fight game, and you want everybody to win. You want everybody to get as much money as possible in this fight game and get out of it with them still being able to help their kids with their homework, not be able to be walking, stumbling around, drooling, and things like that. You want that. So we want that for any fighter, but our opinion is our opinion. Overall, from looking at him, Riddick Bowe and I've talked to Mr. Bowe personally. Like, he would be in our camp personally before he went to the heavyweight factory in Miami. He would tell us, I would still come in there and still be, throwing. You would see Bowe at 250 or 240 still rumbling, like throwing 60 punches around sometimes.
Right.
But Big Baby ain't doing that. And Big Baby got stung. Not everybody is doping. Sometimes it's just accidental ingestion. Sometimes that does happen. But he did fail a test.
Right. Like I said, Jarrell Miller basically trying to get his shot at the champion, Joshua. That's all it is. I don't believe, like I said, I don't believe he'll beat Anthony Joshua. But then again, we never know. Like I said, Joshua's last fight, he kind of struggled with Joseph Parker. So, I don't know. Maybe, Jarrell Miller's probably could be awkward enough to give Joshua problems. But as far as beating him, I don't think so in no way, shape, or form. Him coming in big, fat. The way he fights, his fighting style is not real suitable for a guy like Anthony Joshua. I don't think he will beat him. I think it will be a good payday for him. But as far as I wouldn't even say pay per view. So if they do fight it, 9 times out of 10 it'll probably be over there in the UK, which they can fill up. Like I said, 60 to 80,000 people, which is good. But will he beat Joshua? Probably not. He'll probably get knocked out. If he don't get knocked out, he'll definitely lose a decision. So, like I said, it was supposed to be a kickoff presser for Joshua and Povetkin. And so Povetkin, he's fighting Joshua, I believe, September 22nd. Like I said, Wembley Stadium. And Povetkin got one loss. He lost, decision to Klitschko, 34-1. He fought earlier shit, David Price. He fought Christian Hammer. A couple guys. They got pretty good records. I don't think Povetkin is damaged goods. He got knocked down, I think, once or twice against Klitschko. He lost a decision, so I don't think he's damaged goods. He could give, Anthony Joshua problems, but I don't know. I think it's kind of a pick 'em fight, but I do believe that Joshua will probably beat Povetkin. So I think they're doing a worldwide press tour to kick off this fight and to basically showcase, like I said, the fighters that he signed, which is Jesse Vargas, Jarrell Miller, Maurice Hooker, Demetrius
Boo
Boo Boo
Boo. He
Andre.
signed Boo Boo.
Yep, Demetrius Boo Boo Andre, Daniel Roman. So he signed, a lot of good fighters. Obviously, Eddie
Signed that
Hearn.
kid out of Ireland. I forget his daggone name because I always mess up on his last name, and I don't want to mess up no fighter's name when I do interviews because I want to give him that full respect.
Right, is it
But
Rashad?
it's a kid coming out of Ireland. He's a prospect. They just signed him.
Rashad Mati?
He's gonna give a good go too.
Rashad Mati, is that him?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rashad Mati. Yeah. So Eddie Hearn definitely got a lot of good fighters under his belt. A lot of talented fighters. Like I said, he got the $1 million deal or the $1 billion deal. As you guys know, he got it a couple months back. So he definitely got enough money to pay these fighters. But like I said, I think Povetkin is not damaged goods in my opinion. He only has one loss. He got knocked down a couple times. That was years ago against Klitschko. So I don't think he's damaged goods. Like I said, he could give Anthony Joshua some problems. He could, but I don't think he'll beat him. But I definitely do think he can give him some issues. What you think, Don?
Do I think that Povetkin will last?
Yeah, or give him problems. I mean,
Povetkin's strong, but I think that height is gonna be the problem. Because people gotta remember when you fight somebody tall, and I know because people come up to me and say it's me. It's not that you just getting punched. You're getting punched down on, and that becomes an issue. So then you're trying to launch upward to get your shots off. It don't go that way. So I don't see him. The beating that Klitschko put on him those years ago, I think it will repeat itself, but be in a higher punch count. So he'll be right there for right hand, straight down the pipe, open all night long, open. And don't be surprised if he lands the right hand and he stands, but he goes back to the corner and corner says, fake the right hand like you're gonna do it 1-2, and then turn the hook just right off the hook, get forward, and then as soon as it winds up happening, he's gonna go down just like what Emmanuel Stewart told Klitschko. Because if you look back at how he dropped him, he was looking for the right hand, looking for the right hand, because he was getting it all night. Soon as he spanned and shot the hook, he stumbled and failed. It was a simple shot.
Yeah.
So don't be surprised if that winds up taking place.
But so you don't think that he has no chance in hell beating Joshua, basically?
You saying, do I think he has a snow, or does he has no chance in hell in beating him? Snowballs do take time to melt before they even inhale. So it still may take a little bit of time. It might have some chance to last them a little bit.
Okay, so like I said, like my co-host just said, basically Povetkin has gotten caught a few times on PEDs, whether
Yeah, she got caught with PEDs multiple times. Yeah, what more than once, I think, right?
Yeah, against Wilder, against a couple guys. I can't name off the top of my head, but it was a few times he's supposed to fought and he got caught with banned substance, so he couldn't fight. But regardless of what reason he had to use it for, I'm pretty sure he had an excuse for it. He got caught with banned substance, so that technically makes him a dirty fighter. But whatever. So
but also you gotta talk about, man, this whole thing with Tank getting into it with Ryan.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. We'll get to that a little bit later. So, how big, in your opinion, is this Povetkin Joshua fight? Is it as big as Joshua Wilder? Is it as big as Joshua?
What?
I mean, I gotta ask the questions.
Yeah, but you know what you were asking.
Okay, is it as big as Wilder Parker?
No. Why would it be? Of course he got Russia, but how big is it for? Who you expecting for this to be?
Okay. So like I said, September 22nd is the date. I'm pretty sure you guys know that. Wembley Stadium is for all the belts except for the WBC, which Wilder holds. So So I mean, I don't know. So it's another fight September, and I think they have another date set up for him, which is I think April 13th, 2019. So I'm pretty sure that date is gonna be for Deontay Wilder. So let's talk about that a little bit. Obviously, it's been a lot of back and forth with Wilder and Joshua about I sent the contract and no, I didn't get it. No, I sent it. He never looked at it, and all this back and forth nonsense. I think in my opinion, it's a headache to me. If you really want to fight somebody, sign a contract and then let it be done. All this back and forth, and he sent it and never got it, and he sent it and he's lying. Like I think all that's a bunch of BS. What do you think?
It reminds me of when Johnny Tapia was fighting Danny Roma. Danny Romero, the battle for Albuquerque. If no one knows about that, you need to go back in history and really look at how long it took that fight to happen and the things that was going on in Albuquerque at that time. It's spreading throughout New Mexico. It was so bad that they couldn't even, nobody in New Mexico wanted to fight. They was going to do it at the pit. No one wanted to take the money. So they had to take everything and move it to Vegas. And they fought at UNLV. And they fought at UNLV campus. But I just feel like, if anyone in their right mind thought that this fight was going to happen this year is a daggone fool. Because if I got guys lined up that I can fight and clean out the division and make money that way before I fight the last guy, then that's what I'm going to do. This is not the amateurs no more where it's a blacking. You got to see that guy right there. Even in the amateurs, they'll separate two of the best guys until because they know they're going to get through their whole bracket and get to the championship. They did that with Gary Russell's brother, the second oldest. They did that with him, and they did that with Mike Reed one year. So with that, you got to look at it like, let them two clean out the division to where there's absolutely no one left. Then you fight each other, because then it's built up more juiciness to where you're going to wind up boosting it 20 more million possibility. So that's what I feel how it has to happen. But from what I've heard from sources, what happened was he sent an invoice when Anthony Joshua said, if you offer $50 million, I'll sign. He's going to send him a paper and fax it over in magic marker, 50 mil written on it, and said cut it up into 50 million pieces, and sent it to him. And it was a big joke.
Right.
Then when he was like, oh, it's serious, then Deontay Wilder sent over the contract, but it was, you get 50 million, but you have to sign it, and then we can talk. No negotiation. First, you have to sign this contract. You have to sign it first if you want the 50 million. Then we can talk. Wait, well, what about if we talk beforehand about, where's the venue? Is there a rematch clause? Is it, am I getting 60-40? Is it 50-50? Is it 45-55? Is it, how are we going to do this 50 million? Is it all one night lump sum, or is it going to be in installments of $5 million a year for the rest of my life or something like that? How is it? It was none of that. It was, no, we can't talk about nothing. We can't talk about nothing. Just sign the contract, and then we'll talk. You a fool if you sign that. You a fool. Anyone who tries to, he offered the $50 million, so you a fool. You a fool. I've seen fights fall through over gloves. Like, nah, man, he not wearing them type of gloves. I don't want to wear this. And I'm not talking about the Floyd situation. That's been going on for years.
Right.
Like, and behind the scenes. If people just think I'm talking about the Mike Down the Floyd thing, you a fool too, because you just think that that's boxing. No, I've been saying that forever.
Right.
So, like, that on top of no details, no, I'm not doing that. Nobody wants to do that.
Yeah, a lot of
that's being money hungry and signing your soul away.
Pretty much. So, I mean, obviously, I think they got the date, like I said, April 13th next year. I'm pretty sure they're banking on Joshua to beat Povetkin. That's the plan. But if Povetkin can,
plan a big left hook, some things can change.
Interrupt the plans, and he can probably get that date and fight Wilder himself. But like you said, it's a lot of back and forth with Wilder and Joshua about who signed a contract. Wilder sent him a contract or a piece of paper saying 50 million on it. I mean,
my bad, bro. Here they come.
Obviously, I think Al Heyman would have been fronting the money, right?
Yeah, Al Heyman is going to front some of the money for the fight.
yeah, Al Heyman's gonna front the money, but I mean he can front the money,
Are
but
you
I mean,
sure?
obviously, Anthony Joshua's promoter Eddie Hearn, Joshua is the ASAP. I
Yes, he
think.
is, and he has most of the belts, even though the WBC has been around longer.
Yeah,
Uh,
I
yeah,
believe.
so I get that.
Yeah, I believe Joshua's A side. It's kind of tough because there's never been a situation where the unified champ has well the WBC champ has double the fights that the unified champion has. That's kind of lopsided. Even though the unified champ has more belts, but has half the fights that the WBC champion has. So but I do think ultimately Joshua will beat A side just because he can sell more tickets in the
Mhm.
UK, and over here Joshua can only sell possibly 10,000 on his own, maybe 8,000. That's just by itself. So, like I said, it's definitely tough. It's never been a situation where one champion has double the fights than the other champion. So, but like I said, I think Joshua is the A side in the situation. So for
Mhm.
Wilder to come out to try to, I guess, not to say anything bad about Joshua, but for him to send Wilder or whoever sent the paper that wrote 50 million on it, I mean, come on now. If you're not the A side, you can't write the contract, right? I would think so. I wouldn't think so. If you're not the A side, you can.
Hey Mike,
Yeah.
I'm sorry I have to go with my family, man. So is it okay if I call you back?
Yeah, that's cool.
Man, I appreciate the opportunity, man. Thanks again.
No problem. So yeah, my co-host had to go, but yeah, for Joshua, excuse me, Wilder to send Joshua over a contract to write, he wrote 50 million on it. Like I said, whether he did it, his manager did it, whoever did it, I think, I don't know. I don't know if they would, looking for them to sign a soul away. It just didn't make much sense to me. Like, to me, the A side is the person that's writing the contract, and the B side has to agree to it. In my personal opinion, that's how it should go. And I think that's how it's, been going for the longest. So, Wilder's the B side. He's gonna have to, basically agree to, what Eddie Hearn and Joshua wants. Now, obviously Wilder can say like, hey, I want this, I want that, and let's try to make the split even, or let me get this, let me pick these gloves. He can say what he wants as far as little stuff is concerned, but as far as the location and location, that's all Eddie Hearn and Joshua. I'm pretty sure they're gonna pick the UK because they can fit more people in it. But as far as like the negotiation, Wilder can negotiate, but I mean, like I said, it's never been a situation to where the unified champ has half the fights that the WBC champ has. I've never seen that. Typically in situations like that, you got two undefeated guys going up. Their fights are pretty close. Like one guy either have 4 fights more, 5 fights more, or something like that. I never seen a situation where one guy got 40, the other guy got 20. Like that's kind of odd. But like I said, the guy with the lowest amount of fights, Anthony Joshua, has unified champ more belts than Wilder. So it's definitely gonna have to make him A side. Plus he sells more tickets, and he's fitting in 80,000 people in Wembley Stadium at the O2 Wembley Stadium, 80,000 seats. Wilder can barely do 10,000 over here by itself. So I definitely think that Wilder is not getting all the support he should be getting from us boxing fans here in the U.S. That's just my personal opinion. I do think he needs to get more support from us U.S. boxing fans. I think a lot of U.S. boxing fans over here, do a lot of criticizing Wilder and criticizing a lot of fighters from the U.S. over here, and I don't like that. Me personally, I don't like it. I think they should get more support, and it's almost like fighters over here in the UK, they get hella support from their fans over in the UK. So I think they should do the same thing over here in the States. They should support Anthony Joshua, Floyd Mayweather, any U.S. fighter support them. Just like, I'm saying, UK fans do their fighters over there. Just support whoever over here. I'm saying? Go to the fights, buy pay-per-view, whatever you got the money for, whatever you want to go to. Please support them. I don't think it should be a lot of, criticizing. So, like I said, over there in the UK, Josh was selling 70, 80,000 tickets. That's a lot. That's a goddamn football stadium. Over here, like I said, Wilder basically by himself, maybe 8 to 10,000 by himself. And like I said, I definitely think that's sad. I think it's been going on for too long. I think like I said, a lot of U.S. fans need to support a lot of U.S. fighters over here, man. They definitely need to support a lot of U.S. fighters. A lot of U.S. fighters get a lot of criticism, and I don't think it's good for, you know what I'm saying, American fighters to get that, you know, type of down talk. So I definitely don't think it's good. But like I said, Josh was the B side. They got it set up April 13th. He basically gonna have to, you know, like I said, he can negotiate little small stuff, but for the most part, location. That's gonna be probably over there in the UK because it can fit more people, and I think that's a good look. Be more money. Like I said, the $50 million thing. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be. I mean, it could be a 50-50 split, but I seriously doubt it. Eddie Hearn is Anthony Joshua's guy, so I'm pretty sure it won't be a 50-50 split. If anything, probably, you know, obviously 60-40, you know, 65-35, probably like a 60-40 split. I think that's what it's going to be. And I think that's reasonable. I don't think it should be a 70-30, like nothing like that. I think it's going to be a 60-40 split like a Pacquiao and Mayweather was. And I think that's reasonable, especially if I been over there in the UK. You selling on 80,000 tickets. I don't think it's going to be on pay-per-view, but I mean, that's going to be a lot of money in itself. Probably, maybe 50 million. I mean, Josh was getting like, what is he getting? Like 15, like his last two fights, he's gotten 15 million. And like I said, Wilder probably 2 million, 3 million. So I mean, Josh was probably going to go from like 15 million probably to, I don't know, maybe 30 million, maybe 50. I don't know. But if Al Heyman can, you know, throw in some more money, and they can, you know, work out negotiation. If he can, you know, like I said, throw in some extra money and they can work out something, maybe the split will be closer. I don't know. The split may be close. I'm not for sure, but like I said, depending on, you know what I'm saying, what they're talking about and what they're trying to negotiate. And you know, like I said, Joshua can get anywhere between probably double or triple what he's been getting for his last two fights. It could be 30, 45, or 50. Like I said, Wilder can go from 2 to 3 million to 20 or 30 million. Like it's best. It's gonna be good. Definitely good for both fighters. Good for the sport. And this is kind of like a Mayweather, obviously a Mayweather Pacquiao situation, to where, you know, a lot of boxing fans are clamoring for Wilder and you know, Joshua to fight. And, you know, like I said, same bullshit, a lot of, you know, back and forth. And I sent this contract. No, you didn't. I sent it. No, I got the real contract. No, you lying. Like, all this nonsense is stupid. I don't know if they're trying to, I don't know if both parties or, you know, whoever's trying to do it to get into the other person's head or to try to trick them into signing their life away. I don't know what the you know, point is of that, but I'm like, man, just like, you know, Joshua said at the press conference in New York, like, you know, if two fighters really want to fight, the A side will send a contract, or they'll meet up at a, you know, a secluded location, talk about, you know, what they want, what they don't want, what the pay gonna be like, and they would definitely, you know, keep they would definitely negotiate what they want, and then basically had a contract signed, and, you know, keep moving forward. All this back and forth, and I sent this amount of money, and I told you this what it's gonna be. Like, I don't think the B side can tell the A side what the check gonna be. Like I said, it's definitely good money. But like I said, 50 million apiece. Like I said, it's definitely triple of what, you know, Wilder and Joshua is gonna be getting, but at the same time, even split. So like I said, if he wants to, like I said, it depends on what they negotiate at the table, man. If they wanna, if Joshua and Eddie Hearn want to agree to 50 million, like I said, it's triple what both of them been getting, but it's gonna be a 50-50 split. If you know, he agrees to that, that sounds, you know, damn good to me. If he don't, you know, agree to 50 million, if Hearn, or, you know, if Hearn want to give up, I don't know, if he want to give, you know, Josh for 40 million and give Wilder 25 or 30, have no problem with that as well. So, like I said, both guys definitely are gonna get the money, especially Wilder. You know, Josh was making, you know, triple of what Wilder's making over here in the U.S. So, it's definitely gonna be a lot of good money thrown around for both fighters. They're definitely gonna be set. A lot of money, definitely a lot of money, more money than I'll ever see in my lifetime. But like I said, man, you're already making a million homes or a couple million, and you can fight somebody else and make triple that. I mean, all this back and forth negotiation shit is stupid in my opinion. I don't like it. Like I said, if it was his, Wilder's idea, or if it was his manager's idea for him to, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not pointing any finger at Wilder or Joshua. I'm just like, the B side, in my opinion, can't tell the A side what he's going to get. But like I said, the deal wasn't a bad deal. It was definitely triple what they've been getting. It's just going to be an even split. So, like I said, I don't know. So, like I said, they got that date set April 13th. And so at the press conference, it seemed like, Joshua said, like, in his last few fights, it seemed as though if he beats this guy, they already had another date set up for him after he beats this guy. Then his date is already set. So it's almost like he got to worry about the guy he's fighting now and the guy he's fighting right after. So it's almost like they have two dates set up right, before he beats one guy. So it almost sounded like, Joshua. It almost seems like it was kind of annoying to Joshua at the press conference in New York. He sounded almost annoyed or almost as if, he's kind of not ready for, guys to be, throwing themselves at him like he's trying to concentrate on this one guy. And you got another guy in this, basically he's trying to concentrate on this one guy. Then you got another guy right here trying to fight him as well right after that. So it's almost like he would like to concentrate on this one guy. Once he concentrate on beating him, and once he beat him, then have his full attention to the next guy. It's almost like he got to worry about his opponent and the guy right after that. So it's almost like, I guess they kind of know for a fact that he's going to beat his opponent, and they're already going to have another fight set up for him. So it's almost like he's kind of annoyed or, kind of irritated by that. But it is what it is. So Povetkin is his opponent. Like I said, September 22nd, Wembley Stadium. All the belts are on the line. Like I said, Povetkin, 34-1. Only loss is to Klitschko a few years ago. He lost a unanimous decision. He got knocked down, I believe, once or twice, but he stayed on his feet. He got, caught on PDs a couple times or a few times. But I don't know if it's gonna be blood and urine testing for this fight. But if there isn't, it is what it is. I do believe it should be blood and urine testing for this fight to make sure, both fighters are definitely clean. So I think Povetkin is another good test for Anthony Joshua. I guess for him to get ready for Anthony Joshua, April 13th. That's the date. Joshua said at the press conference, that's the date. Wilder, if you agree to the date, sign a contract, and I guess they'll just discuss the logistics after he signed for the contracted date. But Wilder will probably have, I don't know. Wilder probably could have another tune-up fight in the next maybe 2 or 3 months. He got a tune-up fight. Just to tune up to get him ready for Wilder in April of 2019. But pretty sure a lot of you guys wanted to see this fight this year, but it just, unfortunately, we live in a, day and time where it's a lot of, you got the internet, we got social media, and you got a lot of back and forth, and there's a lot of money involved. So unfortunately, deals can't get made that easily like they used to in the past before all this internet stuff started. So it's definitely got a lot more difficult as far as, with this internet stuff involved and, sending emails and whatnot. It just makes stuff a lot more difficult, especially when more money's on the table and you got a lot of guys with the egos and, it's a lot of, nonsense. This guy wanted some amount of money and I think I should get this amount and yada, yada, yada. So, a lot of times a lot of guys don't fight because, like my co-host said, it could be gloves, it could be money. And one guy think he should get this, and the other guy think he should get that. It's a lot of nonsense. Like, two guys really want to fight, they will fight. So, like I said, September 23rd, Alexander Povetkin. And like I said, they're banking on, Eddie Hearn is banking on him getting past Povetkin. I do think Povetkin is a damn good test for Anthony Joshua. If he could be awkward enough, he could last 12 rounds. Could he beat him? Probably not. But like I said, if he can be awkward enough and, possibly, land something big, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. So he's, like I said, 34-1, 24 knockouts. He got a pretty good punch on him. He's 6'2 to 6'3. You know what I'm saying? Russia. It was definitely a good test. I don't think, Anthony Joshua should look past Povetkin. He should definitely take Povetkin very, very, very seriously, in my opinion. I think if he looked past Povetkin, that could be, that won't be a good look for Anthony Joshua. So, take Povetkin seriously. Concentrate, solely on Povetkin. get past Povetkin and then worry about, Anthony Joshua in 2019. Because if you look past Povetkin, Povetkin can definitely beat Anthony Joshua. So Povetkin is not a light touch for Anthony Joshua. Take him seriously. I do believe he should be able to get past Povetkin. So, like I said, press conference in New York. It was a kickoff. Like I said, Eddie Hearn signed a bunch of fighters from the U.S. because he got the money to do so. Whether the money came from him or whoever else it came from, he had the billion. Had the $1 billion deal. He got that a couple months back. He was able to sign a couple U.S. fighters. I guess a few days ago. Like I said, they was at the presser in New York City. So, like I said, money talks and bullshit walks. So as long as you got that bag, anybody will sign. Well, not anybody. Well, yeah, money's one of the most important things out there. So if you got that bag and they like what you offering, they would definitely sign with you. So they definitely sign with Eddie Hearn. I don't think it's a good thing. I think it's a great thing. Like I said, whether they have a U.S. promoter, a U.K. promoter, I mean, it is what it is, man. So I mean, Eddie Hearn came up with the money, gave them an offer they couldn't refuse, and they went with it. So, like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. They got the money they were looking for. He gave them a deal they couldn't refuse. So, they signed with him. Like I said, it's not a good thing. It's a great thing. So, I'm definitely looking to see what Eddie Hearn's going to do with Jesse Vargas, Maurice Hooker, Demetrius Boo Andre, Jarrell Miller, and a lot of other guys. So, it shouldn't be, a lot of, issues with promoters and whatnot. So, it's definitely going to see how some U.S. fighters will match up with some U.K. fighters over there. And definitely make the deal a lot more easier. It definitely will. So, like I said, Povetkin, Wilder. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? So I'm going to try to read through some of the comments. I'm going to see what y'all had to say. All right, let's see. So I'm going to read some of the comments, and y'all can drop y'all comments now, try to answer y'all questions. All right, Abiel, what is that? I guess LBLD, Blue and Orange. He says he's not a fan of Big Baby. Let's see, Big Baby do all this talking before fights and never can get a knockout. Coming in 300 pounds and his power must be overrated. I don't know. Blue and Orange, I definitely think he has power. Like I said, he's a big guy. He gotta has some hitting power. But like I said, I'm not a big fan of you guys coming in fat, too old, 250 and better. Like I like guys coming slim, trim. You can have a little muscle, but coming slim, trim, and be able to move. A lot of these guys are coming in big and fat, and damn near 7 feet tall. They too big to move. I'm definitely not a fan of that style. But like I said, a lot of these fighters getting they're bigger than what they were 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years ago. So these fighters are getting bigger, taller, smarter. So it is what it is. I'm not a big fan of these guys coming in real big and fat. I don't think his power is overrated. I believe like I said, I mean you have nothing to do but respect the fighter to get inside that square circle. But I do believe he has power coming in over 300 pounds. I'm not a big fan of that. But talking sells tickets, so is what it is. Let's see. JD. WBA is the best belt by 6 months. See, WBA is the oldest belt by 6 months. I think WBC is second. I mean, I guess that's your opinion. I mean, the WBC, in my opinion, is the most prestigious belt. But I mean, I'm pretty sure the WBA belt is the oldest, but the WBC is more prestigious. So, yeah. That's all the comments I got. But, whoever else is in here, if you got any comments, you can drop it and I'll, answer your questions. But, like I said, Eddie Hearn's doing big things, man. Definitely big things he got. Like I said, Maurice Hooker, Jarrell Miller, what's his name? My man from New York, the middleweight. Danny Jacobs. So he definitely got a lot of good fighters over here in the U.S. and he's doing a lot of big things, man. I mean, he got the money to do it. And like I said, money talks, bullshit walks. So as long as you got that money, everybody will go where the money is. So, um, yeah, I think it's definitely a good thing, man. So, you know, I don't know. So, like I said, if you guys got any questions, you can drop it. I'll try to answer it. So I want to give everybody a shout out. Blue and Orange, appreciate you. I didn't get your name or where you're from. Appreciate you for coming through. Pro Am Fight Talk 1, appreciate you. JD, I didn't get where you were from, JD. We got Merle Davis. Merle Davis from DC. Appreciate you. So I want to appreciate everybody that came into the show to watch. Like I said, I can't keep this show going any longer if I don't have any support or viewership. So that's pretty much how it goes. So I'm about to, on that note, I'm about to end this in a minute. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank everybody for, dropping their comments. Whoever came in the room and left out, I want to appreciate you for coming in. Like I said, I cannot keep these shows going longer if I don't get support. So if you guys know I do a show every Thursday at 5:30, come to my, YouTube video, hit the share button, go to your, share them to your direct Instagram followers, Facebook, Twitter, or wherever. Send them to your friends on there. Tell your friends to come in to the DC Mike TV show. We talk boxing every Thursday, 5:30. And I talk boxing every Thursday at 5:30. And I try to, discuss boxing with my co-host, whether it be him or me by myself. And I also answer you guys' questions and give you guys shout outs at the end. So I definitely need you guys' support. I want to thank you, like I said, the guys who's in here right now. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I want to thank anybody who came in and left out. Thank you. And, shout out to everybody that's saying that, to watch the show, to drop your comments. I appreciate you. Like I said, the more support I get, the longer I can keep this show going, man. So, don't forget, next Thursday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every Thursday, 5:30. Y'all see the shirt, DC Mike TV. Check out the website, DCMiketv.com. You guys want to purchase a shirt, I have this orange, which is a double blend of red and yellow. I have white and I have black. You can go to my website, purchase one for a reasonable price on the website, and also have thin fitted hoodies on the site, DCMiketv.com. Thin fitted hoodies to show off your guns. If you like to lift weights and hit the bag, it's definitely a good material. It's not real thick, but like I said, it's thin and it hugs you, and it definitely shows off your your body and your guns or whatever. So like I said, if you guys want to purchase anything at a reasonable price, you can purchase it, and also you guys can follow me. If you're not following me on Instagram, you can do so at DC Mike TV. On Instagram, the logo will look like this basically. You follow me and let me know, you checked out my video, and I'll follow you right back. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. And like I said, next Thursday, 5:30, if I get a lot more followers or a lot more viewers to come in, I will keep the show going for an hour and a half, 2 hours. 5:30.